What is going on, guys? Nebo back again. Hopefully you guys are doing good. And I want to talk about Bastion. So they're going to be buffing Bastion. So can I get a bruh?
Bruh.
2 times now.
Bruh. Bruh.
Slide to the left.
Bruh.
Slide to the right.
Bruh.
Take it back now. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop that. But you know what? That is a little bit crazy in my opinion. So let's take it back here for a second, and we'll get into the actual buff and or rework. So, principal designer Jeff Goodman shared on Battle.net forums that the team is looking to rework Bastion's abilities. They're not completely revamping him/her because there's speculations that Bastion is a girl, but they're increasing the hero's viability in more scenarios. So they don't want Bastion to be played as a corner camper or behind shields such as Reinhardt's and just be sitting back and holding choke points. Bastion can lock down an avenue of attack until forced to move or until death. Developing team, however, don't want the hero to be played in that way. So, in my opinion, that is actually a good reason to revamp Bastion, but at the same time, why do they keep on going back to Bastion? Like, they had him before, or her, they had it with a shield, and then they reworked it, so now we have the Bastion as today. And then they go and revamp it yet again. But yet, there's still other characters that need love and care. All right, so let's see what changes that are actually going to be in the game. So Bastion's recon mode lowered spread and increased magazine size to help with general viability in this mode. So, I mean, that's cool and all, but Bastion's a freaking killing machine. So if you give him a bigger, and or her, a bigger magazine size and lower spread, that recon mode is going to be as good as a 76. In my opinion anyways. I think that's crazy because I can get kills with Bastion no problem. Alright, so Bastion Sentry mode. We're looking at focusing this mode into more of a tank buster, barrier buster mode, while also making it feel less suicidal to be transformed. To that end, we're testing stuff like increasing spread and removing headshots, but taking less damage while transforming. In my opinion, I think that is actually a great rework, just because Bastion, when he does, and or her, transforms into the sentry mode or back into recon mode or even the ult, you hear it go off, and then next thing you know, Bastion's dead. I feel like that would actually get people to play Bastion on the front lines a little bit more, and actually, you know, not hate on the Bastion players as much, just like they do with Hanzo and Widowmaker. So the increased spread is actually a good idea, and removing the headshots so it's not criticals. That is perfect against, like they said, Tank Buster and Barrier Buster because they're so big. You don't actually get a headshot on them, but you can do so much damage over that huge body of area. And I can actually get that fucking achievement, finally. Since this game came out, I still haven't got this fucking Bastion achievement. I've been trying to get it, and I still can't do it. So hopefully that'll actually help me get the achievement. On to Bastion's self-repair. We've been testing a few big changes to this that are feeling really good so far. Currently, our internal build has Bastion able to use self-repair while moving, and also having it no longer interrupted when taking damage. Whoa, hold a second here. So, Bastion can heal itself while running and won't be interrupted by taking damage? Okay, that sounds a little bit OP in my opinion, but let's continue on. To balance this out, we have now a resource system similar to D.Va's defense matrix. These changes have turned their ability from more niche, rarely used ability to as much more powerful and core survivability tool. Alright, so that's cool. I like the way they did that. So if you remember D.Va's defense matrix, it has a meter on the side, and once it goes all the way down, you have to wait until it refuels back up to reuse it again. And that's actually a pretty smart idea for Bastion's repair system. I don't mind that. I don't really like the whole running and healing at the same time. That's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of weird, but that's my opinion anyways. So overall, Bastion will be more deadly on the move, as they don't want players to feel useful when they're in a sentry form. So they're forcing everybody to actually get out there and be in recon mode and get into the fight, not just sit back and be lazy and you know, be babysit by all these Reinhardts and whoever has shields. On the same angle, the DPS in the sentry mode should be reduced as the spread is increased and the headshots are removed. So Goodman finished off with, we're still testing and tweaking things with Bastion, but we'll hopefully have the PTR build coming fairly soon, so you guys can try it out. Bastion's changes coming to the PTR are not yet set in stone, but Overwatch development team is definitely looking to overhaul a few of the other heroes' mechanics. Alright, so that's cool and all. I get where they're coming from and all that, but in my opinion, I don't really get why they're going and looking at Bastion. After all these other characters need to get looked at. Bastion has already had treatment from the beta and multiple tweaks since this game has been released, such as having a shield in front of him and spinning 180 degrees. They changed that to having Bastion 360 spin around in sentry mode but without the shield, and then they had Bastion's core in the back so it's easier to kill. In my opinion, I think it's like it's a little bit silly for Bastion to get buffed and stuff like that, like considering there's so many other characters that need to be checked out, especially Winston. Like, I used to play Winston a lot in first season and he is not as strong as he was before. Everybody else got buffed, so it's harder for Winston to get kills. He's literally like Tickle Me Winston. I honestly go in there, try to get a Genji, and you just tickle him to death. So it's I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that, guys. I really want to know your opinions on that. So comment down below what you guys think of this Bastion buff / tweaks. And yeah, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. Till next time, see you guys.